everyone. It is our 2021 resolution videos. Trucking right along. Want to keep doing these all the way through the end of the year, as we stated. Sometimes I'm like, man, like today, I don't want to make a video. It takes too much time, or whatever the excuse is. But you know what? We've come this far. We might as well push it to the end so that we do have an entire year of videos from start to finish. So I can't wait to compare things, like, your finances and your health and whatever else I set up in the beginning. So this is kind of a little bit of a forced video just to keep myself disciplined. I guess I want to talk a little bit about exactly that, how you are in control of nothing in your life except for you and your actions. So many people, that's what I can't stand about like socialism or any other programs like that, is we don't need people and we don't want people to come in and give us what we need and control our fucking lives. At least that's not what I want. I want to be in charge of my own life, make my own decisions, and be in control of those decisions and take responsibility for it. I just feel like when you get all the food that you want and your shelter's paid for and all that jazz, all these government benefits, then it's not a good thing in the long run, because you have no stability on your own two legs and you have no real responsibility, and you're not forced to go out and work and learn anything. The American dream can be achieved by anybody that has a solid work ethic. I know that sounds cliche, but it's so true. If you're willing to work hard, and no, I'm not talking about sitting there and flipping burgers for the next 50 years, because, you'll say, well, 50 years of flipping burgers, you're going to get a $5 raise if you're lucky by the end of all of it. No, I'm talking about continuing to have your self-education, and building yourself and your skills so that you're not flipping burgers. Maybe next year you're working on the ovens that you're flipping those burgers on, and you're getting paid twice as much because you're a certified electrician or whatever. And then after that, maybe you start your own company and you're making $250,000 a year, and then maybe you're investing that money, and now the money that you've worked your ass off for, because you have a good work ethic, is making money on top of that. So now you're making $500,000 a year or $1 million a year just because you're investing your money. And that's the second part of this, is invest every single day, every week, every month. Invest something, and don't give me the bullshit excuse, oh, well, I wasn't born rich, I don't have any money to invest. Now, fuck that shit. Most of us weren't born rich. Most of us weren't born into families that, just put a silver spoon up our ass. I know that we weren't. My dad was the only, he brought in the only income there for a while, and he was a teacher back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And as we all know, teachers don't get paid very well. So we definitely weren't born with a silver spoon up our ass. We had to work our asses off for everything that we've got, and anybody can do it. So stop making excuses. Invest 50 cents a day. Invest $1 a day. Invest $5 a month. Whatever you can do, start doing it. Because if you start doing it now, you'll become more disciplined. And then maybe next year, circumstances are different and you can invest $10 a month or $20 a month. Eventually you got a little, coffer going, or whatever, so to speak. And your money is making money on top of making money. And I think this is where the American dream really comes in. The stock market, our founding fathers, the creators of the stock market, I think they knew, like, this is how to achieve the American dream. It's a money machine. It's a giant pool that all Americans, well, the entire world actually, is invested in. And you can have a little piece of that too, where it's like, okay, I just made, a big percentage on my money, so now I can take that and buy a house, or I can buy a boat, or I can buy a car, or Christmas presents, or whatever. And in this capitalistic game, we're all supporting one another because we're all putting the money in and we're all taking the money out as we need it. But guess what? You're not just taking it out to wipe your ass with it. You're taking it out to invest it somewhere else or spend it somewhere else. That's going into somebody else's pocket. I mean, it's really a fucking beautiful system if you think about it. So the underlying point is, I don't care what your age is, start now putting money away. And I know it's a little bit more difficult than that, 'cause it's like, well, how do I actually take $1? How do I take $5 and invest it in the market? I know there's all kinds of little websites and shit out there, apps like Robinhood and whatnot that you can start, with very little money. So start somewhere like that. And the point is just to build and build and build and start building today instead of, waiting 3 years from now and then going, I should have started 3 years ago. Start today and you can have that American dream before you know it. Build your empire. And we have our awards banquet this Sunday for the Cutler Brothers Theater. I'm really excited for that. It's one of the funnest days of the week, and I'm going into the dark because now I'm going to go funnest days of the week, funnest days of the year. Going into the dark, so I'm going to take a nap. Goodbye, world.